Good morning. A new location. I've been wanting to come here for several weeks now, and I thought this was a great time to come on Monday, and the sun comes up to wake us up. How beautiful, how beautiful. It's Monday. It's been over a month since we've been quarantined, social distancing, and I see it wearing on people. I see it wearing on my friends. I see people getting a little bit depressed, and I want to do something for them. So I was thinking about what my inspiration would be today, and it's just that, inspiration. What inspires you? What inspires you to get up in the morning and do your very best? Think about it. It's different for everyone, and it's different every day, most likely. I was thinking what inspires me at this moment, and it's just trying to be helpful and trying to keep everyone's attitudes up. We had a great weekend this weekend. We celebrated my husband's birthday. We got to have most of our family here. So family inspires me. The love of God, the love of nature inspires me. And I think what inspires me too is my mother's love. Most of you know I lost my mother very young, and her love for me inspires me because I know that she believed in me, and I have to be a better person. I have to be the person she believed in, and every day I try to be a better person. So what inspires me? Music inspires me. Nature inspires me. Is this beautiful? So find your inspiration. There's a lot of wonderful quotes out there that inspires you. A quote can be a thought, a mantra, something that you continue to tell yourself. I believe during the war, the Queen of England inspired that with that comment of keep calm and carry on. In the 80s, was it Bobby McFerrin had the song, Don't Worry, Be Happy. And I was doing some reading this morning, and I put a nice article from CNN on Facebook, and I thought it was pretty interesting. Several of the quotes, please enjoy reading them. But Irma Bombeck says, worry is like a rocking chair. It gives you something to do, but it never gets you anywhere. So make active, if you're going to worry, make it an active process and think about what you really are worrying about, and then call to action. Be inspired maybe by that worry so that you can do something good. So thank you. Hello. Hi Cindy for joining me. So I'm just going to be inspired today by this beautiful setting, by the fact that I got up, the sun got up, and it's a beautiful day. So let's sit quiet for a few moments and be mindful of what inspires us. Bring your hands together at heart center, bow your head, and just clear your mind, clear your thoughts. Breathe deep. Inhale deep, sit up tall. Remember how we talked about our shoulders, where we punch them forward? We pinch the shoulder blades back and pull the shoulder blades down into our back pockets as we engage our core or lift our belly button up. Be inspired to sit tall. Be inspired to take that deep breath in. And know that this too shall pass. Take a breath in, lift your arms. Exhale down. Breath in, lift. Exhale down. One more deep breath in, lift. Let's go ahead and join our fingertips together. Breath in, lift. Inhale, lift. Exhale down. Let's do some seated cat-cows. Press your fingers to the mat, fingertips behind you. Lift your chest. Lift your sternum. Open up your collarbones. Exhale. Draw your navel to your spine as you curl down. Breath in, lift. Exhale. Inhale. One more time, lift your arms up. This time lace your fingers, press your palms towards the sky. Let Let's rock to the right, pressing that left hip bone down. Look up towards the sky. Breath in and breath out. And breath in and breath out. One more breath in. Open up your fingers. Lace your fingers behind you if you can, and lift, softening your shoulders, opening up your collarbone. Lift your chin. Exhale, draw forward. Breath in, lift. Inhale, rise, and exhale. We're just gonna plant our whole upper body forward. Let it just rest toward the earth. Let your shoulders soften. Undulate your ribs. Walk your fingers forward, drop your head. And rise up. Go ahead and take your arms out nice and long. Press your right arm over. Just cup it, that right elbow into your left elbow. Give it a nice stretch of the shoulder. Open them up. Let's come the other side. Left elbow goes in the right. Squeeze. Open up. And lift. We're going to bring our legs forward in Dandasana, or staff pose, letting your hip bones rest on the mat, letting your calves press down into the earth, toes up. Just engage those calf muscles as you lift your toes up, and see if you can lift your heels up off the mat. Let's go ahead and roll our feet around, open up the ankles. I tell you, one thing I miss is my pedicurist. I'm really looking forward to my first pedicure. Take a breath in and lift, and just soften. Bring your chin toward your thighs, or not your thigh, your chin toward your shin. It even rhymes. Breath in and lift, and forward. You can join your fingers in the root mudra. Breath in, whatever grounds you. And one more time. Let's let your hands draw to your feet, your ankles, your shins, whatever. Take a half lift and then draw forward. Just a little bit more. Breathe to soften your muscles. And come on back. Let's keep our left leg nice and long. Tuck that right foot inside the right inner thigh, letting that right knee just soften. Take a breath in and lift. Exhale and fold. See if you can just minutely send the left hip back. Just a small micro movement, and see if that opens up that back of the hamstring there on your left hip there. Take a breath in, half lift, exhale and fold. And rise. Let's go ahead and take that right foot on the outside of the left leg, left hand to the knee. Take a breath in and lift. Sit up nice and straight and tall. Exhale, just look to your right. Draw your whole upper body to the right as you gaze. Draw your inner body to the left as you engage your core. And come forward. Let's open up that hip this morning. Roll it around. Just soften it up. Get the blood moving. Go ahead and take your right hand to your right foot, left hand off to the side for support. Just bring that right knee back, kind of a half-seated happy baby. And then press your right heel forward. And then press your right knee back. And right leg goes forward. Can we take it off to the side? Nice balance here. Left arm comes up. Just breathe, pressing your heel away from you, lifting your heart. Let's bring it around, switch your feet, left hand to right foot. Just cross it gently over the midline as you open up and look. Right foot comes back, right leg goes back. Let's do the same on the other side. Right leg stays long, left leg comes in. Seated your hip bones down, let the left knee soften. Core is engaged, breath in and lift. Let's just fold forward, see what happens. See what kind of kinks we have this morning. Take a breath in, lift. Exhale and fold. Just stay here for a moment as you breathe. Breathe into your belly, breathe into your ribs. Take a deep breath in, lift halfway up. Exhale, let's fold. And come on back up. Let's see how that left hip feels. Go ahead and grab that leg. Make some circles, sitting up nice and tall. Maybe roll your neck around while you're at it. Breathe it in, draw it in. Go ahead and grab the left heel with your left hand, press it forward. So again, look inside of your hips, see if they're aligned. Maybe draw that left hip a little more forward, that right hip a little more back. See what happens when you take that left hip back just a little bit. Playing with that inner thigh. Draw your heel away from you, toes towards the sky, lift, and send that left leg off to the sky. Side. Sorry, I've got the sky on my brain. Isn't it beautiful? What a storm last night. Whew. And go ahead and switch. Right hand to left foot. Let's look over to the other side. Oh my gosh, it's going to be a gorgeous day. Press the heel away from you. Lift your heart. And come back. And we'll draw it in. Let's align our feet for Baddha Konasana, bringing the soles of your feet together. Grab your toes. Let your knees just soften to the earth. Breathe in. And exhale and fold. And breathe in and fold. And come back. Let's come on into Hero's Pose or Lightning Bolt, Virasana. Lots of different names, but we're going to come up into our knees. Sitting back on your heels. Take a breath in. Just a couple of big breaths. Get those lungs opened up. Breath in and breath out. Let's go ahead and just lean back on our tops of our feet. Lift your knees, spread those toes, and let's rise up all the way up on our knees. Lift. Hips come forward and down. Let's draw back on our toes again and breathe in. Rise. Hips come forward. Exhale. And one more. Go ahead and take your hands on your hips here. We'll come up for some little Ustrasanas or camel pose. Draw your heels up, press your toes into the earth. As you lift your sternum, spread your collarbones, suck your core in and lift it up as you send your hips forward. What we're shooting for here is to try to stretch those hip flexors. So send your hips forward. Go ahead and lift your right arm up. See if you can just reach back with your left hand and find your heel. Once you find that, if you do, lift your heart. And left hand to the hip just for support and come back. Let's do the other side. So right hand stays on the hip, left arm lifts up. Send your hips forward. The breeze inspires me. The sun inspires me. Let go of your hip and let your right hand find that right heel. Once you have stability, soften your right shoulder, lift your hips, and lift. And left hand comes back, find support. Let's lift up. Our hands to our hips. We're going to keep that right knee on the ground, but send your left leg off. So your heel is on the ground. Your toes are pointed away from your knee. Sorry for the adjustment. Take a breath in and lift. Going to keep that right arm up. Just send that left arm forward. There we go. Nice stretch of the right side. Use your core to rise. We're going to just cartwheel on down. Right hand goes to the mat or a bucket or a block. And feel that stretch. Just feel it. Feel your heart lifting, your mood lifting, hopefully, because that's what yoga is. It's about feeling better. Your right hip comes forward. And use your core to cartwheel around one more time. And cartwheel. Let's take the back of our right hand to the small of our back. Open up your shoulder. Look to the heavens. Left hand on the hip. We're going to come all the way off that mat. Right knee is still on the mat and lift your left leg. Can we make some circles here? I'll come back into the screen. And just all I'm doing is making some toe circles. Sorry, my foot's not in the screen. Hopefully y'all can hear me. There's a little bit of wind noise. And lift it up nice and long. And then plant it. We're going to do the other side here. So left knee finds the mat. Right leg is out. Toes are pointed away from your knees. Get yourself nice and firm. Keep that hip right above the knee. Take a breath in and lift. And we're going to cartwheel to the right. Just have a nice stretch of that left side body. Make sure you just lift your chin ever so slightly. Send your left hip forward. Stretch it all. Yoga is about stretching, flexibility, strength, balance. So let's cartwheel our arms around. Drop that left hand to the earth as we stretch and get that nice diagonal on our right side. Stretching. And lift your core, cartwheel around. Breathe, one more. Cartwheel. Let's take our left hand to the small of our back. Nope, sorry. Right hand to the small of our back. Left arm goes up. And we're just gonna lift. Lift our shoulder back, open up our collarbone. And come on up to stand. Breathe in. And we're going to drop that left hand. Keep your right arm up for balance. Lift that right leg. Maybe take your right hand to your hip once you're balanced. And we're just going to make some small circles with that right leg. And lift. And lower. Let's come back into Virasana. Roll our shoulders. Let's do some seated cat-cows. Inhale and exhale. That should get you moving this morning. I do want to finish with a couple of quotes. I shall pass this way but once. Any good that I can do or any kindness that I can show to any human being, let me do it now. Start your day with kindness to yourself. Do something kind for someone else. Namaste.